Hi everyone, so I'm just going to do a short video here that it's something that I've been thinking about a little bit, as in with the COVID-19 and coronavirus and how it's affected people kind of with their lungs and the breathing element of how their body's being attacked by this virus. So I've been thinking about ways that Pilates, in the way we breathe and the way we can move by opening the body, strengthening the muscles around the lungs, in the thorax with the diaphragm and the core muscles connecting, which actually work efficiently with our breath, and how we can make that a lot stronger. And there are a few exercises where we can work with more oscillating breath to strengthen that connection of the muscle groups throughout breathing. So what I was thinking is depending on kind of how bad in a way the stages are for you, or how we can prevent it feeling so bad like afterwards once when we're recovering and things like that. So you can, obviously, if it's really hard to get down to the floor, we can do it in standing. If that gets too much, I'm going to start in a seated position, just seating on a chair, just with the sit bones nice and connected, knees soft, feet connected to the floor, so we're really balanced as we sit down, with the spine nice and tall and the chin parallel to the floor. And all it is just starting to breathe and connect with pelvic floor, just little tensions around the glutes and inner thighs here, with the bum and the belly button drawing to spine, to really anchor the ribs by still keeping the two lower ribs nice and open, so we're not closing in, collapsing down, or overextending too much at this point. So we're just going to keep a nice position in relation to spine through the crown of the head, and we're just going to start to breathe in through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Now, if you're not sure how that's working with the rib cage, a good way of doing it is thumbs just on the back of the ribs, fingertips on the ribs here. If you feel comfortable enough to do so, just breathe in and exhale. Feel the expansion as you breathe in and exhale. And it's just a constant, nice, steady breath, just to open them and keep them working. Now we're breathing in and exhale. And if you feel, what we can do is start to get a nice movement going with the shoulders as well. So as we breathe in, we can lift, exhale. And just see each time on the in-breath, when we move a little bit quicker, exhale, and come down. Always anchoring the ribs, not doing too many. We can work with the numbers. We breathe in as we lift, exhale. So you're still able to work around the upper body and keeping those areas nice and open. Now, another thing, we can work with different levels. You might find it's very hard to breathe. You might be coughing or anything like that. Well, just take your time. Just improve on that breath intake. Get the muscles working. Belly button drawing in. Exhale, so we're lifting up through pelvic floor, squeezing the bum and breathing out. Just taking our time and thinking how those connections are working for us. Specifically through pelvic floor, when we cough a lot, we really kind of let go and just leave it. We want to really get that tightening in and strengthening a bit more to help us with the pelvic floor. Breathing in and exhale. We can even start to bring and open up the body a little bit more when we exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. So we're working on those movements, connecting to the muscle groups, pulling the belly button in just with the upper body. Again, we don't have to do too many, just working on the nice flowing, controlled movement and switching off, trying to take our minds away from kind of where we are here, but just connecting to breath. Okay, now what we can do to improve that connection with the muscle groups through our diaphragm and through the thorax here, okay, the deep core muscles, the TA, is just work a little bit more with the breath. So we can work with just by breathing in for 5, out for 5, but oscillating. So it's like a pulsing breath. And we can do that nice and slow to start. Watch how it feels in the head though. We're breathing in And then we can start to add again a little bit of movement, even in a seated position, okay? Keeping balanced, where we work by pulsing. Helps connect around the upper body and the muscle groups a bit. And once we start feeling a bit more confident and we feel comfortable on the floor, it's a nice one. Again, you can either do it in standing, where you're pulsing, okay? And it can go quicker and quicker, and you build it up with time as well. So even if you start off with 10 to 20 seconds to 30 seconds, making it go through to like a minute, we can really improve on the how quick we work with the breath, and it gets stronger and stronger. Okay, breathing in. So we're really connecting around the core and working in connection with the muscle groups, with the diaphragm, the transverse, the hip flex, everything working around the body. The obliques are closing in around the side of the body, helping the muscles in between the ribs, the intercostals, internal and external work, and allow our lungs to really pump the oxygen and get it around the body. Okay, but always start off slow and build on that. The standing position is a bit more, when you come into stand, you can work a little bit quicker. We're trying not to jolt around and stuff, so get good control with the shoulders, no flappy elbows with the arms. And you can start to progress that a little bit more as well with the exercise. So think about your numbers. With an exercise, you could be on your back, we could be lifting, and control the breath with the working. So let's do an exercise where we come onto our backs, and it's just a nice way to get some feedback on how you're breathing into the ribs. And it's a lot of technique that we can just help and just really focus on and just slow things down a little bit. So if we're onto our backs, make sure you're comfortable after to really, maybe just prop your head up a little bit, just keep connected. But we can just work with the ribs down, pelvis in, and just breathe to start with. Breathing in, connect with the belly button to spine, keeping open the ribs, anchoring down. Breathing in and exhale. Close the eyes if you need to. When you just start to lift the arms and exhale. So we relax the body to able to work these areas. Think about the lift through pelvic floor. We breathe in. Tighten the body around the core, around the spine. Exhale. And then once you start to connect with that, that's when we start to bring in those 100 arms, okay? We work with a pulse. We can even, once we get further into it, we can lift one knee. And just change how things are working around the body and how we're connecting with those muscle groups. Now remember, the breath, if we go too quick, can just throw us off. So take your time and use that to really increase that work, where we work a little bit quicker with the breath and just building. We're always looking to build and just make things improve and stuff like that. Now, when you work with these exercises, make the movements with the breath, okay? Close your eyes and feel the connection with the movement, and it just gets you to relax a little bit more, switch off. Don't worry if you really start to cough. Again, you can do it in a seated position on the floor or on a chair or in standing or laying down. There's so many options. But see how you go. See if you can start off with kind of time. So you're working maybe with just the breathing in and the exhale. Think about working maybe 6 or 8 in the exercise, combining the movement with the breath. And then start to move forward with combinations. And then when you're on your back, or if you're seated, you're working the oscillating breath. Maybe see if you can work to like 10-15 seconds and then rest. And then work it further to 30 seconds. And then you can start to increase for the amount of time you're holding and connecting and improving strength around your core. Pelvic floor, really focus on front, middle and back lifting in as you work. and see how you go, okay? I'd love to get some of your feedback on the video. It's just simple exercises with opening the body and the arms, okay, whether they're up, side, and doing circles with the oscillating breath maybe to work the upper body. But mainly it's kind of working with working the movement with the breath. So just let me know how you get on. See if we can just work with improving breath and that connection with the body. I hope you enjoy and just work on that a little bit. Any questions? Yeah, just fire away. Thanks.